Hello everyone, I am the Summer Lady. So come join me with part 3 of Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 5 Call Out. So please like, share, and subscribe, and let's get started. First, I'm going to do a recap of part 1, starting with Kiki. Now, as we all know, Kiki had, in the beginning, short scenes on the show.
Thank you for coming out, girlie.
Absolutely. Well, I figured since I couldn't get an invite to the graduation, I could at least get an invite to shop for the graduation.
That is until Melody brought her on in. And if it was up to Tisha and Marceau, that would have never happened. And I'll tell you why later in this video. And speaking of Marceau, when Kiki said that she don't see Marceau joking about her situation when he told Melody and Martell, that to me is like her saying that Melody is a liar. So we'll have to see how that's going to play out on the show. Moving on to Stormy. I'm thinking that Stormy is starting to feel like she should be the HBIC, head boss in charge, because she seemed to want Melody's place, which is front center. I don't want to go into the reasons why I think that just yet, but I will say that Stormy has 2 strikes in my book. She turned on Melody and she befriended her ops. And if she gave Destiny that tape, that's strike 3. Because she was the only one talking about what was on the tape.
How did you find out? Because it was on social media, girl. What was it?
Come to think of it, I don't care if she did it or not. The first 2, they're enough for me for it to be strike 3. For now, anyway. So moving on to Tiffany.
And I actually don't like drama at all.
Tiffany, you don't like drama, but you like starting drama. Because every time you go somewhere, you are always calling Melody's name only to get a reaction from other people and have them talk about her. And so I was glad when Destiny told you this at Martell's wine function.
At the peace party? Yeah, you remember Mel? The only person that got on my nerves at the peace party was you. Oh.
Now these 3, Kiki, Stormy, and Tiffany, Melody brought them to the show and gave them a platform. So I have 4 words for them. How soon we forget. Now, moving on to Martell's Do Girls, Melnika and Destiny. And I call them that because of...
You gotta be a do girl. That's all I'm saying. So anybody that's in Mel's corner right now, they're do girls. Give it a little while longer, you won't be there either.
Tiffany ain't never been there, no way. And for her to sit there and let you talk about Melody proves it. And the only person with Do Girls is you, Martell, so you talking about yourself. Now, Melnika.
You quit?
I quit.
Yeah.
So my assistant said you were trying to talk to her.
Okay.
And that Melody was coming in asking who wanted you. Nobody wants you.
So, Melnika, you're still mad at Melody for responding to what you told her about Martell trying to talk to your assistant, but you're not mad at Martell. So I don't know why people mad at Melody for doing right and not mad at Martell for doing wrong. Moving on to Destiny. Now, we all know Melody told that she gave Destiny money. But that was after she found out Destiny was causing chaos between her and Martell. And Destiny already knew what Melody was going through. She said so herself.
I don't like, and I've learned my patience ain't too good.
After what you've been through, your tolerance is low.
My tolerance is very perfectly said.
Tolerance is low.
Very low.
So Destiny was the main one causing problems. And Melody once again took accountability about her patience. And that will be key later on in the video. Moving on to Wanda. Now Wanda started out saying this to Melody.
I just want you to know, I know what you're going through. I feel your pain. There's someone else out there better, okay?
But then she started noticing how Marceau liked being around Melody.
Wanda, I would like to know what's the issue with Marcel giving me the champagne?
I don't like it, sweetie.
You don't like him giving me their company champagne?
I'd rather for his wife to give it to you than him to give it to you.
And then she does this.
You're not gonna run away from this one. Okay. What I'm telling both of you guys, I'm not trying to put you back together. I'm not. But I want you to recognize what you're doing.
With somebody that didn't give you no
She would
respect.
do anything to try to keep Marceau out of Melody's face. That's why she tried to make Melody look bad when she was the one doing wrong, comparing grown-ups to kids, when she was talking about Melody and her kids. So now moving on into the reunion, they couldn't get Melody to break down, cry, admit to stuff that's not true, apologize. And she said it herself.
I know you love me. You love for me to sit up here and say that things I said have been lies and I've been making up all this stuff.
So now they got to go all in, starting with Destiny.
I'm sorry, I don't really care.
I was calling Martell at 1 and 5 in the morning.
Yeah.
This not just how you know that.
Oh, you talking about when you hacked this phone?
Now, Destiny, you know you the only one know how to do that because it's in your job description as a do-girl for Martell. You got to get your information any way you can. Matter of fact, you can't get close enough to Melody for her to tell you her personal information, so you have to recruit someone to do it. And in the words of Marceau,
Stop there. Stop there.
moving on to Tisha.
Why do you think she has a dark soul?
She's very pretty on the outside. She is the true definition of the devil in sheep clothing.
Tisha, call yourself evil because you and your husband was helping Kiki and stabbing her in the back at the same time. Now let's delve on over into this. Tisha says,
But it's interesting that my cousin was there at all. You and Kiki has never been friends as long as I was around.
okay, if Melody wasn't friends with Kiki, then why was she invited to the Christmas party? And if she wasn't friends with Kiki, why did y'all feel the need to tell her on Kiki? And then when Kimmy said this,
I'm still trying to figure out the whole deal behind even inviting Kiki. I've never seen Kiki at Mel's events before.
I'm thinking, did it work? Did Melody and them not invite Kiki to any of the functions? Because I'm wondering, why did Kimmy not see her at nothing? Or was Kiki getting help at this time? I don't know. But it didn't last long, even if it was Tisha and Marceau's fault that she wasn't there, because Tisha and Marceau started accusing Melody of starting the rumors and trying to ruin their marriage. And guess what? Melody responded by getting proof.
Are these the first rumors or anything that has ever been out?
I'm not gonna say these are the first rumors.
Oh, okay.
You know, not the first rumors, no.
So Melody had to get proof to get them to leave her alone, but my thing is, why didn't Marceau have to get proof that he was telling the truth?
If I told somebody else the most personal things ever,
The whole city of Huntsville knew it wasn't personal.
And when Kiki threatened to tell something on Marceau, the same thing he did to her, this happens.
with Marceau,
Hold on, do it. Do whatever you want to do. I promise you, no problem.
So I'm thinking that Tisha and Marceau conjured this up to go tell on Kiki to keep her from being on the show, to keep her from having longer scene time, because they're saying we were here first. To keep her from being Melody's friend, because they're saying we were her friends first. To keep her from coming to some functions that they were having, because they were there first. And to keep her from being at the reunion, which none of it worked. Kiki did everything they were trying to stop her from doing. I mean, what other reason could it be for them to tell something so personal as that? And I don't know why everybody is mad at Melody for bringing Kiki on the show. Kiki got a right to want to be on the show. She got a right to make money too. And she's a grown woman. She made her own decision. Just like Tisha and Marceau made their decision to tell on her. So when they get caught, they gotta, once again, make Melody look bad.
Let me tell you something, y'all. It was brought to y'all maliciously, with intent.
And so he tells a lie on Melody. And moving into the reunion, here go Tisha and Marceau.
She's saying that she joked about it.
And I'm so
That's not true. She's lying. The reason why she's saying that is so she can turn Kiki against us.
Marceau, you and Tisha tried to turn Melody against Kiki. And Marceau again.
I never joke about someone that's hurting in a situation. I protect them.
Who were you trying to protect, Marceau? Because it wasn't Kiki, because you was trying to destroy her. Just like y'all said Melody was trying to destroy y'all marriage, y'all was trying to destroy Kiki and her credibility of being on the show. And they didn't want that to happen. Because Tisha said this.
I've known Kiki as well. I knew her actually met her before I met you.
And that's fine. You can meet people and know people before you know, but we was friends. You and her was.
If Melody wasn't their friends, they didn't want her to be nobody else's friends. That sounds just like Martell. And then here come Piggyback Maurice.
There were times in the middle of the night that Marceau would go and show up for Kiki before the telling of them, making them aware of what's being introduced to their home.
Now, I know family gonna take up for family, but all Maurice did was solidify what I already said. Tisha and Marceau was helping Kiki and stabbing her in the back at the same time. And Marceau, in your own words...
Stop there! Stop there!
Moving on to Marceau.
Talking to Carlos, I don't hear nobody but you. But I would love for the
conversation to take the roll back and see if Melody ever held accountability for anything ever, in any situation.
You first, Marceau, because I've already named some of the times Melody took accountability. And you got everybody and their mama taking accountability for you.
No, it was about About 2 hours.
Okay.
We did look at some properties.
Yeah.
And again.
Have you known Marcel to be with another woman besides Tisha?
I'm not gonna speak on that.
One more time.
Has he been with one woman since he's been married?
Yes, me. I'm the one.
Good job, T.
A big overgrown man can't speak for himself and take accountability. And you want to talk about Melody not taking accountability. It's just her over here speaking for herself. And to add on to this, when Tisha said this.
Oh, sorry.
What you say, Tisha?
I might read the story.
But Tisha, y'all are the ones talking about Melody.
The question was, did we ever talk about Melody Hope? And Tisha's answer was no, and my answer was yes.
Yeah, and so it kind of contradicted. I was like, oh.
Do you think we talked about Melody Hope? Yes or no, Kiki?
Your husband sometimes comes up when we're together because he keeps popping up on the internet. The same reason y'all kept talking about me and Martell stuff.
One more time.
3 seasons straight.
I
know you're so concerned with me. Be
I'm not.
concerned about what
I'm
you
not
have
concerned.
going on.
I'm not concerned.
Y'all
I'm
eat,
not
breathe,
concerned.
and sleep.
I'm not
Y'all eat, breathe, and sleep. Wake up.
No,
overtime,
that's
morning,
Mel. Did we just
work out
verify?
meals.
Mel.
Say Mel's name, say Mel's name. All y'all want to be her. Some of you want to have her. Say Mel's name, say Mel's name. And more so in your own words.
Stop there. Stop there.
Moving on to Martell.
You're such a liar and you're so good at it. You're so good at it.
Martell, now you know you the biggest liar. You lied for years. You said you was going to the gym/girlfriend house. You said you was going to work/girlfriend house. You said you was going.
I'm happy you about to go to work.
And where you going?
Home Depot.
/girlfriend's house. And then you had the nerve to say this.
Retreat now. Like, seriously.
And Martell, this proves you are the ringleader. And Melody lets you know.
Who trying to team up against you?
You were the ringleader, so why don't you tell me?
Huh?
You were the ringleader.
And as I recall, Martell and Melody used to meet in the parking lot to exchange the kids.
See you. Take good care, have fun, enjoy them 1 week.
And then Melody let him pass up a grade and go to the porch.
Martell, you disrespected me for the longest. You went on a whole tour.
Martell, you almost graduated to the couch in the house, but you messed up. And so I would say for you to retreat back to the parking lot. And Marcel, you up?
Stop there. Stop there.
Now, out of everybody I've talked about, they seem to be mad at Melody because of her response to them. In other words, don't get mad at someone about something you started. They started all these situations that I spoke about. And Melody responded, and she'll tell you that's what she do.
Because I'm usually a responder, not an initiator.
And her mother said it best.
They have all gathered together, and they've all made up their minds that they're going to do whatever they're going to try their best to try to bring you down.
And I'm over it. Like, I ain't got no more fight in me to be trying to do none of that.
So I would like to say thank you, and that I love my subscribers, and I appreciate the comments. And there were some people bashing Melody in my comments. And I want them to know that I am not saying Melody is perfect. And yes, Melody can get called out also. So just for y'all, this one time in this video, Melody's call out is nothing. I got nothing for you. Keep it moving. Now, I'll let Melody get the last words. Even though she was talking to Martell, I say it go for everyone on the show.
So you don't get to start a battle and think you're not going to finish out the war.
So that's all I got. Y'all come join me next time in my sauna. Yeah, and boom.